Daniel Ricciardo's Formula One career was defined by bold overtakes, infectious charisma, and an unwavering love for racing. Yet stepping away from the relentless pace of the F1 calendar marked the start of an entirely different journey, one not measured in laps or podiums, but in self-discovery. Post-F1 life has allowed Ricciardo to slow down, reconnect with himself, and redefine his identity beyond the helmet. For years, the Australian was caught in a cycle of travel, competition, and media obligations, leaving little space for introspection. Now, without the constant demands of a global championship, he is exploring interests that once had to wait, whether it's travel for leisure, reconnecting with nature, or simply enjoying unstructured days. This transition is not without its challenges. The adrenaline of racing is difficult to replace, but Ricciardo approaches it with the same optimism that defined his driving career. His story is no longer about chasing points. It's about understanding who he is when the roar of the engines fades. The life of a Formula One driver is meticulously scheduled, from training regimens to sponsor appearances. For Ricciardo, stepping away meant breaking free from a structure that dictated his every move for over a decade. Initially, the absence of that framework felt disorienting. Waking up without a set timetable, without a race weekend to prepare for, was an adjustment. But gradually, that space became liberating. It allowed him to make decisions based on personal desire rather than professional obligation. This shift opened opportunities for spontaneous travel, unhurried time with friends and family, and the freedom to explore passions outside motorsport. While discipline remains part of his personality, it now serves personal growth rather than competitive necessity. Ricciardo describes this phase as one of relearning how to live for himself, unbound by the demands of a global sporting stage. In doing so, he has begun to understand that fulfillment can come from balance, not just from pushing limits. The break from routine has become a vital chapter in his evolution. Racing was always at the center of Ricciardo's world, but stepping away has revealed other interests waiting to be explored. Music, art, and culinary experiences have become important outlets for creativity and relaxation. Ricciardo has spoken about the joy of immersing himself in new skills, whether it's experimenting in the kitchen, visiting art exhibitions, or deepening his appreciation for live music. These pursuits are not about mastery, but about enjoyment and curiosity. Travel has also taken on new meaning. Destinations are chosen for cultural experiences rather than their proximity to a racetrack. The pace is slower, the moments more deliberate. This exploration of diverse passions has allowed Ricciardo to connect with different communities and perspectives, broadening his outlook on life. Freed from the competitive mindset of racing, he approaches these experiences with openness rather than an urge to win. In embracing these new passions, Ricciardo is building a more multifaceted identity, one that reflects both the racer he was and the individual he is becoming. For an elite athlete, competition is a constant. The mindset is forward-focused, driven by results and improvement. Ricciardo's post-F1 life has required a profound mental adjustment, learning to value reflection over relentless progression. Without the scoreboard to define success, he now measures fulfillment in personal growth and emotional well-being. This shift has allowed him to process the highs and lows of his career from a fresh perspective. Time away from the paddock has offered clarity on moments he once viewed through the lens of competition, helping him understand the sacrifices made and the lessons learned. Meditation, journaling, and meaningful conversations have become tools for self-awareness. The focus is no longer on proving himself to the world but on understanding himself more deeply. This period of introspection has revealed that his legacy is not solely built on race results, but also on the connections he's made and the inspiration he's provided. It's a transition from chasing external validation to cultivating internal peace. Though Ricciardo has stepped back from full-time racing, his ties to Formula One remain strong. Appearances at select races, commentary work, and involvement with teams in a mentoring capacity keep him connected to the sport he loves. These engagements allow him to share his experience with younger drivers, offering insight into both the technical and mental aspects of racing at the highest level. Staying involved also satisfies his competitive instincts without the physical and emotional demands of a full season. It's a balance, remaining part of the F1 family while pursuing his own journey beyond it. Ricciardo's perspective as a former driver provides valuable context in media coverage, giving fans a deeper understanding of what happens on and off the track. This continued presence ensures his influence in the sport endures, even as his role evolves. It's a testament to his reputation that teams and broadcasters alike see his contributions as enriching the broader F1 conversation. Maintaining peak physical condition was once a professional necessity for Ricciardo. Post-F1, he has embraced a more flexible approach to fitness, one focused on overall well-being rather than shaving milliseconds off lap times. Training now includes activities that are as enjoyable as they are beneficial, from surfing and cycling to hiking in nature. This shift reflects a broader change in mindset, health as a source of vitality rather than a competitive tool. Without the need to tailor our workouts for extreme G-forces and endurance, he can explore varied routines that challenge his body in new ways. Nutrition, too, has taken on a different tone, allowing for more balance and enjoyment without rigid restrictions. This approach has helped Ricciardo sustain a high level of fitness while also finding joy in the process. It's a reminder that physical health can be maintained and even improved when driven by passion and balance rather than obligation alone. Travel has always been a part of Ricciardo's life, but in his racing years, it was largely dictated by the F1 calendar. Post-retirement, he chooses destinations for personal meaning rather than competitive necessity. Whether exploring remote landscapes or immersing himself in vibrant cities, each trip becomes an opportunity for cultural connection and self-reflection. Without the constraints of tight schedules, he can linger in places, forming deeper impressions and relationships. Nature plays a significant role in this journey. Mountains, deserts, and oceans offering both challenge and tranquility. Travel has become not just an escape, but a way to learn about himself through new environments and perspectives. These experiences reinforce a sense of gratitude, reminding him of the vastness of the world beyond the track. They also fuel his creativity, influencing other aspects of his life from cooking to personal style. In many ways, travel has become the track upon which his new race is run, one without a finish line. The demands of a racing career often place strain on personal relationships, with constant travel and intense focus, leaving little time for deeper connections. In his post-F1 life, Ricciardo has made a conscious effort to reconnect with friends and family, nurturing bonds that were once limited to short off-season visits. Time spent with loved ones has provided grounding and perspective, reminding him of the importance of shared experiences over personal accolades. These relationships form a support network that encourages his exploration of life beyond racing. By prioritizing quality time over quantity, Ricciardo has found a renewed sense of belonging. Whether it's simple family gatherings, long conversations with friends, or collaborative creative projects, these moments are now central to his life. This reconnection has not only strengthened his personal foundation, but also enriched his journey of self-discovery. The realization is clear. Success feels more complete when it's shared with those who matter most. For someone accustomed to the constant motion of professional racing, slowing down is its own challenge. The adrenaline of competition is difficult to replicate, and the quiet moments can initially feel unsettling. Ricciardo has approached this by redefining what excitement means in his life. Rather than chasing the same intensity as race day, he seeks fulfillment in smaller, more sustainable ways, whether through creative pursuits, athletic hobbies, or personal projects. This reframing allows him to appreciate life at a different pace, without feeling like he's losing momentum. The discipline and focus honed in F1 are still present, but they're applied to new goals that carry personal meaning. Accepting that life's rhythm changes over time has been a key part of his self-exploration. It's a process of learning that slowing down doesn't mean stopping. It means creating space for new experiences to take root and grow, leading to a more balanced and intentional existence. Success once meant podium finishes, championship points, and career milestones. Now for Ricciardo, it's defined by fulfillment, growth, and personal happiness. This redefinition reflects the broader theme of his post-F1 journey, a shift from external measures to internal values. Achievements are no longer tied to trophies, but to experiences that enrich his life. The joy of trying something new, the satisfaction of building stronger relationships, and the peace found in self-awareness all form part of this new benchmark. It's a more sustainable and personal vision of success, one that evolves with him. By embracing this change, Ricciardo demonstrates that stepping away from the pinnacle of a career doesn't mean losing purpose. It can mean finding a deeper one. His path shows that life after elite sport can be just as meaningful, provided it's approached with openness, curiosity, and a willingness to grow. In doing so, Ricciardo continues to inspire, not just as a racer but as someone unafraid to explore who they are beyond the track.